So we're Diamond, and I think, like, my understanding of the way their rating systems work in this is that, like, when you hit a new metal, you can't drop back down. Is that right? I think so, possibly, plausibly. Well, I'm getting confirmation on that. This is how it works. Direfleet Daredevil, just focus on the first strike for now. It's a first striker that's a 2-1. Goblin Chainwhirler, first striker that's a 3-3. We have removal, shocks, and lava coils. This early game is like, slow down. Then, what is sort of our push through and deal damage type things? Rekindling Phoenix. 4-3 that when it dies, resurrects. Legion Warboss starts summoning a big ol' slew of things. Siege Gang Commander. It's a 2-2 that summons 3/1/1s, and the active ability is sack a baby goblin to deal 2 damage to any targets. This is really nice as just extra push through. The remainder of the deck, super interesting. You'll notice it's a red deck with 25 lands. It's not like a 21 land ultra aggro red puppy. Including one Arch of Orazca. Treasure maps to be able to sort of sift through and get some of our higher end stuff, even though our curve ends at 5. But Banefires wind up finishing a good number of our opponents off. Forgot to get water. Just gonna get some. Boy, my ear is so clogged around you. Yeah, may as well. They're playing against the unending barrage of red decks, make you want to play around. Oh, this is net deck. This is a net decked deck. It was performing well on MTGO in their leagues. Okay, so we are... I think I just play Cratermaker, because there's one of two possibilities. This is either a Golgari deck, in which case we could be up against another creature that's an X1, or like a Wild Growth Walker, or it is a mono-green Stompy deck, in which case a turn 2 Steel Leaf Champion would be the one that we'd be a little concerned about. So we're going to do the usual thing. I really don't want my opponent to double block. That's fine if he does. Even better if he doesn't. This deck still winds up functioning in a relatively aggro fashion. Such as circumstances like this, but it's a little bit more of I'm going to be bashing through these little babies that get dropped and plopped. Elf Ball when? Elf Ball, unfortunately, seeing Duchess Elf Ball, like, sucks. It's a little tragic, because that deck is just makes me laugh, man. It just makes me, like, hold my stomach laughing. Alright, that went unusually well due to the run out we had, but... Yes, okay. Dantares. Dantares is actually the name of a centaur in Shining Force 3. I am now happy with our run out. God, Dantares, Centaur. Did anyone ever play Shining Force 3? Was that the Sega Saturn one? Oh, yeah. Meow. actually not entirely sure why I attacked. Because I'm the one that needs to be more defensive. Whatever. Even a god can make mistakes. Excalibur Z says, I played it on an emulator for a little bit. The voice acting was hilariously bad. I don't think it had any voice acting, did it? We're trying to dodge a Conclave Tribunal, which just puts our bird in the bin. Centaur facts. I'm all about centaur facts. Centaurs are one of the few animals with 2 rib cages. Would love to be able to play a kicked fight with fire, but it's alright. If you'd like to stop subscribing to Centaur Facts, Snubber and Sentries are the ones that are real annoying to play against. So, I mean, this looks winning-ish, kinda, sorta, nearly. Partially, possibly, plausibly, allegedly. You know, I would like this Rekindling Phoenix to resurrect. I just love decks that play interestingly and give me interesting decisions and interesting feels. This is not actually the most complicated deck in the world, as you can tell, as it is piloted by Sean Day9 Plot. I think I should just swing with the 1. It's probably the only attack I'm going to be able to do for a wee bit of time. If you're thinking of dropping the fight with fire, how about adding a Deafening Clarion and splashing red-white lands for these types of matchups? I don't really think we are in that much of a pickle, because, for instance, we have a Goblin Chainwhirler, and in case you're wondering about the impact of that card in this matchup, let me just give you an example. So I'm really grateful for the fact that I draw the answer to your question, and this is really what makes this an interactive stream. You wonder why we don't need a Deafening Clarion? I give you the evidence. I'm going to go ahead and hit him with the Bing Bong No here. There we go. Wow, didn't that taste good? It's amazing how something you see with your eyes, you feel in your mouth. You know what I mean? It has a nice mouthfeel. Ah, Bing Bong No. Lizard's just like, that's a great question. Someone use the super user account. Alright, tight. Alright, let's go ahead and kill him. So we've actually played 2 games in a row that, like, remarkably, identically demonstrated the things that I was hoping to demonstrate with this deck. Which is, you use first strikers and the phoenixes to kind of stabilize until all of a sudden you can go over the top. Found a YouTube video of all the Shiny Force 3 voice clips. Permission to link? Oh, hell yeah, man. Maybe it turns out that watching garbage on Netflix and playing Magic at the same time was hindering my ability to play as well as playing the game and talking about it while being a streamer. What is this?
Your demise.
Oh my god, that's incredible. Well, that's in the menu. That's in the menu. I want to see if there's other... Oh, no. Like, show me in-game. Show me in-game, Excalibur. None of this, like... We're in a menu making a guy play things. 'Cause I remember there being essentially no voice acting in the actual gameplay. But there was this amazing sound that played whenever you opened up a treasure. It would be like... Bah, 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 bah! Do I swing... I think I actually do swing. I'm willing to lose a little bit of health, but I think that getting our opponent's health low is extremely relevant. I think so. Mythic Boostress is currently playing my White Weenie deck, and I love it. Great stream. Dude, I love White Weenie. I actually haven't played White Weenie myself recently. Regardless, thrilled to have you, man. I'm thrilled for the kind words. Oh, that's... Uh-oh, it's Filth o'clock. I'm gonna leave the Direfleet Daredevil back. First striker. So this deck, by the way, its functionality is trying to get a whole bunch of Molder Hulks out on the battlefield. Oh, this is a -X, and exile. Wow, I did not even know. Whoops, I whiffed on a trigger, but that's fine. But generally this deck is trying to get Molder Hulks out cheaply. Oh, keeps removing my stop. Is Talon Dragon back? Oh my god, 5,000 bits from Around the BAM and 93 months from Talon Dragon. Holy hot damn. God dang, dude. Around the BAM has already contributed well over 100,000 bits in this stream. Around then BAM. You know what, I don't know how I literally misread your name, because I used to say Around the Barn. By the way, we've gotten rid of the biggest threat, which is the Molder Hulks. Oh, this is interesting, a Golgari Raider. Huh. Ooh, I actually see the problem that I've just created for myself, huh? Huh. Well, you know what? Whatever, screw it. It's more important for me to have another first strike blocker. I mean, this also deals a lot of damage to the opponent. Chupacabra in the bin. Wow, hot damn. My opponent is getting a little low. Oh my god, Excalibur Z, you're right. Anytime the characters had a critical, they would scream. I completely forgot about that. You are 1,000,000,000% correct. Oh my god, that's right. Oh my god, yeah, the voice acting in Shining Force 3 is fucking terrible. I completely forgot. And I'm like so happy that I remember right now. You don't do this at all. If I get a Chainwhirler, they just lose. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What do we got here? Is it just Necrotic Wound? Oh, that's too bad. Really just Necrotic Wound? Fuck. Alright. Well, balls. I think that's going to be it for us, huh? Yeah, he got us. Nice. That's a cool deck. That is a cool little deck. That's close. It's close. I think that I should have just blocked the Midnight Reaper. Would have prevented 3 damage, but... Do you get to use Necrotic Wounds for the cards in his grave? No, unfortunately it applies to our graveyard. I think this is acceptable enough, but... Because, I mean, for the most part, the way that our deck tends to function is that we do removal on turns 1 and 2, and then we get big on 3 and 4. I have no 2-drop creatures other than the Goblin Cratermaker and 4 treasure maps. Hello! Good. This is a real pain in the ass for our opponents to deal with. Chainwhirler is the smallest drop Cratermaker. But that is also our only 3... our only 2-mana 2-drop. I think our opponent's now out of Syncopates. Woo! A lot of people call this deck Big Red because for red it's a very large deck. We go huge. This is also one of the matchups that explains why we run 3 Banefires, and also why I'm running a pair of Fight with Fires. Would it not struggle hard against the big meta stuff like Golgarian is at Drake's? Not so far. It hasn't. Perfect. I'm not planning on drawing any more of those. If we live, if this lives, if there's, because I mean our opponent would bend to Deafening Clarion. Dr. Zumanaki, go ahead and refresh if you're getting weird audio stuffs. Just go ahead and hit it with that F5. Whoa, whoa. Wow, why would you run that one, huh? We may as well do this. Weirdly, I actually think that this deck is not quite as good as our other Happy Time deck. Hurry! Now, do I just keep going for the face? I think so. So I can get this low enough. Lots of Jeskai running Cannonade these days. Must have been like an SCG or Pro Tour Magic event. That like really surprises me because it's just not that hard to cast Clarion in that deck. So unless you're actually looking for like 5 or 6 3-mana sweepers. Revitalize has really kicked us in the teeth here. Oh, that face. We also have a pair of, or a trio of Banefires, which is very, very nice. We need to get to 9 for Fight with Fire. So. Keep up the pace. This guy's at 7. Fucking sucks. Alright, here I go! Well, looks like Sinister Sabotage was obtained. 7 not targeting Teferi. Yeah, no, I am just, we're desperate to try to win ASAP. At least that's my plan, is to try to desperately win ASAP. With a greater desperation, you know what I mean? It could be that the correct maneuver is to just blow up the Teferi and let the game go on for infinity and beyond. That could be true. That could be true. I'm not as experienced with this deck as I am with my own Naya homebrew. Like, if we just peel a Banefire off the top, then Mamma Mia, we so good. Peeling the land off the top, I mean, I'm going to fight with fire straight into a Sinister Sabotage, and that's going to make me LeMayo. Huh. Alright. 2 and 42. This seems pretty unlikely. Seems pretty unlikely. It's like 4.8% chance, something like that.
Lightly.
Oh, that's such bull garbage. Actually, now there's no way I can win. Boom! Grim Cody says, would you say you'd have to drop as much money on MTGA to build a competitive deck as you would need to in real life? I feel like you need to drop like 1/50th as much money. You need to spend like such little money. Like, into this, I have put like a total... So I've put a total of $400 worth of gems, which is 40,000 gems. It's 400 bucks. You'll see I have not spent all of it, so I spent about 300 bucks worth of stuff, and I can build essentially every deck I want. I can make, like, every single top meta deck. I can make all the Golgari mid-ranges, Jeskai, Grixis, Aggro Red, Selesnya, White Weenie. I have, like, infinite decks, and there's a lot of... This is an amazing opening hand. There's a lot of decks out there in paper that it's, like, $400 for the deck. 400-ish. I mean, that's also a bit of a misnomer as well, because so much of the cost of decks, so much of the cost of decks is in the dual lands. Surprise, motherfucker. Good. Ah. Oh, these guys. Oh. Ah. I think I actually Lava Coil the Snubborn Sentry because things that are X1s are infinitely blockable with my DFD. Ah! Shuma's heading out to see a horror movie. Thanks for the quality stream, day and nine, and good community viewers. This is the best community. This is the best community. God, you guys put me in a great ass mood. You put me in a good ass mood. I'm a bird. Boop, boop. Around the dam says, haha. All me, I take 100% credit. No attacks. Alright, our opponent has 7 permanents. 7 from heaven. A Gianalish Marshall. Okay, so how do... What to do? This is the obvious one to nuke. Or Or as we would say in Go, that's the obvious one, Tanuki. Ooh, any budget players here? Ooh, I was pretty pleased with that one. Oh, that's such a niche audience joke. It was exactly up my alley. Boom. So Tanuki in Go means you play somewhere else. So like normally, like if you think about like in Go, you're putting stones all over the board, doing different things, and sometimes you know your opponent has a stone here, so you put a stone here, which causes a threat that they have to answer. But also by answering the threat right there, all of a sudden your stone's threatened, so you respond there. So there's a lot of respond right in this little tiny local area that we're in together. Do we kill? I think I actually am gonna blow up our friend, the Venerated Loxodon. Still block almost everything, yeah. Direfleet Daredevil is doing some work, man. So when you're playing a lot right here in one area, and then suddenly someone just more or less ignores it and goes somewhere else, they Tanuki'd. So this is what is known as a yoke. Here's the Fury says, somehow the clip messed up, not that it mattered, but in that match when you stole the Necrotic Wound, it had the 13 counter on it from his graveyard. I believe that that's simply a mislabeling. There's a lot of incorrect labeling issues with graveyards, but I don't think Necrotic Wound functions like that. No blocks. Great. Victory! We did it, everyone. Aww. Was Exile is controlled by him. Maybe I just read Necrotic Wound. Let me read this. Necrotic Wound. Let me add in MTG, because it just... I typed in Necrotic Wound, and Google was like, here's the WebMD article about Necrotic Wounds. Target creature gets -X/-X until end of turn, where X is the number of creature cards in your graveyard. If that creature would die this turn, exile it instead. Yes, so I had an empty graveyard. So it uses the phrase your graveyard, so it does reference my dude. So we're 3-2 at this deck. It's doing okay. It's doing okay. I think I'm gonna take a little breakaroni in the pepperoni in a few minutes and just kind of step up, walk around. Not now. You know what really annoys me about this app, right? Like, so I love the idea of a little app where I can track things, because I want to have ways to focus on stuff and not think about it, right? So, for instance, Eric and I have 9:30 a.m. meetings every single day, except on weekends, you know. And so I don't have to worry about keeping track of any sort of thing email-wise, because I know that's the time to focus on it, right? That's the time to take care of it. So I love having a little app. This is the place where I can track calories, just put it in there and just not worry about it, so I don't have to think about it, so it doesn't, like, sneak in. And I'll probably wind up hitting a point where I, like, designate times. This is a fantastic outcome for us. I'll probably hit a point where I designate times to be able to focus on putting that in. But so, you know, I get this app, and then it's like, what's your zip code? right? And it asks for all these, like, it asks for my birthday, and it's sort of like, why do you need my birthday? And it says right there, we want your birthday to make sure that we are computing what you should be eating correctly. I'm like, oh, that makes a ton of sense. That's perfect. But then when it's like, what's your zip code? I'm like, you don't need my zip code. You really don't need my zip code to track calories. I mean, like, oh, the chicken in this zip code has less calories than the chicken in that zip code. I'm such a stickler about, like, you know, my data and my informations. But I just get really annoyed when sometimes applications are just like, oh. And I play nothing, right? Because if we play Siege Gang Commander, it gets Sinister Sabotage, which bounces the Disinformation campaign. Because he obviously should have Vraska's Contempted before taking 4 damage. I see. No, this actually confirms for us that our opponent does have a Disinformation campaign. But if you give it control of your GPS, it already knows exactly where you live. Yeah, no, I just don't do that, man. I don't do that shit. Anytime an app's like, can we have access to, like, everything about you? I'm like, no. No, you mayn't. He may wish to Sinister Sabotage this. Nah. Looks like I'm gonna get Sinister Cabbage-taged, but I don't know what else to do. I really hate playing against Dimir. All the decks that I play, just like, I don't know what to do against it. I think I should have done this on the previous turn. I think I'd rather have had a Phoenix out. It's alright. Can't cast it. So at least I'll get one more. At least I get the rest of this turn to look at my shit. I think I need to be more thoughtful about exploring different strategies to deal with very counter-focused, discard-focused decks. It's the discard and countering that I really struggle with. Like, maybe the correct play is to just refuse to ever cast a counterspell, or play into a counterspell. I don't know, man. Alright. I think what I'm going to try next time is, if I'm feeling like I'm in a comfortable position, trying to really heavily avoid playing into those counter spells. It's really the Disinformation campaign and Surveil that I just, oh God, I find that so hard to deal with. It is so hard. This is alright. I think my decks might be slightly too tuned to being up against the Controliolios. Or, excuse me, the Aggros. I think I might just need to wait for like a really long time. Yeah, I'm gonna slightly change my plan. Bang. Hey, it is the surprise motherfucker himself. Yeah, I'm gonna do this, man. So it looks like we have a Selesnya Angels deck on our hands. Like, I mean, I could have Lava Coiled for sure, but there's a couple of other Angels that typically drop down too, so it doesn't seem like the utmost necessity. Drover the Mighty, you say? Well, what would that do, huh? Alright, now let's... Now we can just go... Oh yeah, that's right, we can't do the mash. Why would Drover ever be in Selesnya Angels? I don't know. It could just be a Selesnya Dino deck that also runs Resplendent Angel because it's good. Oh, wait. Oh, that was close. That is a bit of a pickle for us. See, I love that it just automatically attacks with this every turn. Oh, that's right, it has first strike. Fuck. First strike. Alright, this is probably painful. It's probably gonna be bad. Let's get some useful shit. Good. Nice. Killing it. Okay. How do we do this? That's helpful. I played against Selesnya Angels before, but this card is damn good, dude.
Wild animals I like. People,
Oh my lord.
not so much. The wilds are my shield.
Hope you find nothing. Flark. Flark. Swinging it with both. I don't really know what we need here. I think I want to go to my turn. Alright. Show me what you got. Cool. Alright. I think I needed to just take risks and just swing out. Try to get the Lyra Dawnbringer to block and blow up with the Lava Coil. I think that's probably the way that we misplayed. I think so. That's what we should have done. Ooh, Lyra and Shalai. Hurting us. That's like the first off-meta deck I've been up against in quite some time. Let's just play one more with it. I just really like how this deck plays. I mean, I know we've not really been having huge success with it, but boy, it is fun. Alright, there's a nut draw. Let's just play against some Golgari deck, man. It gets a whole bunch of like 1/1s, 1/3s out, you know? Oh, aggro's good. This almost always indicative of aggro. Or Jeskai. One of those two. It's about 50-50 split. Yeah, that's what we want to see. I'll go ahead and play this Warboss. Took me a while to be able to click accurately on it. Oh shit. Is this deck secretly a Jeskai? Or if it's Mardu Land Smash, I'm just going to be so devastated. Alright, well I guess I'm devastated anyways. Nothing but devastation commencing. Oh. Oh man. Getting our opponent to 13 is very good. Even if we wind up going up against a Settle the Wreckage, don't have a lot of complaints about that. Because I can actually make use of a ton of mana with this deck. Marty Land Smash and Diamond. Yeah. Oh, baby! Settle the Wreckage is okay. You know, I think people play around Settle the Wreckage way too much, but this was one of those situations where he really did look like he was doing Settle the Wreckage. He's losing a lot of health, he's losing a lot of tempo, and what does he do? He plays a shocked land. What's he really trying to... Grand old time. Ooh, it feels good. Ooh. Oh, that's the one we wish to negate, is it? Alright. Cool! We killed a Jeskai! Okay, I'll play one more. I like this deck. I like this deck a lot. It's a fun deck. Much like a mushroom, it is a fun guy. I have 804 calories remaining. This is more or less fine. Especially if we're on the draw. Perfect. Wow, that's really nice. Bang. Fungi Jug is mildly less sick than Baduk Pun, but I'll take it. Hey, newbie one. I'm gonna go ahead and save the Lava Coil for a rainy day. How many calories is it when you eat Jeskai for breakfast? It's actually negative calories. It's considered a form of health to do it. What deck is this? Why, it's Big Red! Look at this! I deal 5 damage to the face here. Yeah! Yeah! What deck is this? Big Red. I literally just said this. I literally answered your question before. And just forgot who I was and what I was doing. Well, that is a bit of my bad, is it not? I want that land. Jim Monkey wants to know what deck is this? This is small white. Ooh, heroic reinforcements does hurt a lot, doesn't it? I think we just gotta accept that life's tough sometimes, you know. Oh, we just die. Oh, we gotta switch decks. Oh, whoa! Thank God we literally can't drop ranks, man. It was close. Woo! Oh my goodness! It sure is hot in here. We're gonna take a little break. We're gonna take a little break. We're gonna get some water. I'm gonna use the restroom. I'm gonna make coffee. Then I think we're going to play... Ooh, I'm thinking Selesnya tokens. I like Selesnya tokens. I also got to find a pen with the right weight because I need a fidget and twiddle.